So Rick Joyner is going to try to defend Paul Manafort. And if you don't know who Paul Manafort is, you're obviously not paying enough attention to the world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's the guy that has just obvious Russian ties. Obvious, blatant. And he was the Trump campaign manager for 6 months, something like that.
He was the longest. He was the longest lasting one.
For the longest one. Yeah.
And Rick Joyner, he's going to try to explain away the fact that the FBI got a warrant to no-knock come onto his property and get evidence. And obviously they found some shit because there are indictments coming down the pipe. There's been sealed grand juries that have been seated for this kind of thing. So there's some shit coming. It's coming. The only problem is the wheels of justice are slow, because if you want to go after somebody like this that can get a presidential style pardon, you got to make sure all your fucking ducks are in a row.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, let's let Rick say whatever he needs to say.
Not only were Manafort's phones wiretapped,
because they had a FISA warrant. They had a FISA warrant.
They had a warrant.
Wait, did he say phone or funds?
Phones.
Phone. Telephone.
Okay.
Telephones were tapped because
I don't hear so good these days.
And potentially even calls between he and Trump.
Because that's what happens when they're monitoring
that's what happens.
communications.
That's what a warrant does. Yep, accurate.
Unless they had to, they don't unmask things like that. So
right.
A candidate for the presidency of the United States.
That means fuck all. Until he's actually president.
So that's a private citizen. Citizen.
Right. It's literally anybody. Vermin Supreme.
Right.
Vermin Supreme. Absolutely.
They don't. When a phone is tapped, they don't pick and choose which calls they record.
Fuck, this one's coming from Trump. We can't listen to this one, guys. We gotta play nice. We can't listen to this phone call.
Oh no.
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works. He's a private citizen until he's actually in the goddamn government office.
Right. And even after, it still wouldn't protect him.
No, because they'd be like, "Well, we're tapping his phone. We're trying to get his communications."
I'm not going to bang my forehead into a table. It's fine.
No.
It's fine.
I mean, if this isn't political coercion, this is absolutely out of control. But it's not the most shocking part of the investigation.
He honestly has no idea what he's talking about.
No, he really doesn't.
Just wait till you hear his analogy for what he says.
It gets worse. Well, Trump, remember, he came out early and said he believed his phones had been wiretapped, or that phones had been wiretapped in the Trump Tower. Well, it turns out he was right.
No.
He said that Obama tapped his phone in Trump Tower.
That's what he said. That's not what happened.
That's not close to what happened.
Oh my God. If a phone had been tapped in Trump Tower, that's not the same fucking thing.
As Trump's phone,
Yeah.
And the president didn't do it.
Motherfucker, if you had been doing something illegal, that would have been acceptable.
Yeah, because they would have the people from the FBI would have went, "Hey, we have probable cause. Can we have a FISA warrant for this to be wiretapped, for this stuff to be collected?" Guess what? Even without the warrant, they're still collecting that shit. That's what the whole NSA metadata thing that was going on a couple of years ago was all about.
The shit Trump supported?
Yeah.
The shit Trump supports?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't like surveillance so much when it's used against you, now do you, Trump?
No, white people, they don't. They want it used against brown people.
And everybody who screamed and hollered, "You're paranoid," all this stuff, he was right.
Because he is.
He obviously knew what he was talking about. And for them to have done this to a candidate for the presidency of the United States, I mean, this is unbelievable.
The Republicans seem to think...
You want to know what's unbelievable? The candidate for the presidency saying grab him by the pussy and he still got fucking elected!
I just hate how the Republicans change the narrative every time something happens. They're turning the whole taking a knee with the NFL thing into people are disrespecting our flag or disrespecting our nation.
Yeah.
Fucking time, though. What they do every time.
Yep.
Oh my
God.
God.
With this, the Manafort thing.
Raped, they'll be like, what the fuck was she wearing? Like, they change the conversation every fucking time. Boys will be boys. Every fucking time. This is what these motherfuckers do, and that's because they want to protect the status quo. That's all they give a fuck about.
Well, and I'm going to speak specifically on Rick Joyner here, that he's just a dough-headed motherfucker that doesn't have any idea what's going on, and he's just listening to what the fucking state media is telling him.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's exactly what Fox News has said, is that Trump was right. He was wiretapped. Like, no, he was not
He
fucking
wasn't.
wiretapped.
Not
Look,
at all.
Manafort, even if he was just on the up and up with the campaign, I have no fucking idea. I don't care. I want to find out what's going to happen. That's why we have a fucking special investigator doing shit right now. But the thing is, he had been in contact with Russian nationals, taking Russian national money. And now that we've seen that Russians were fucking buying Facebook ads to support one person or another, to incite race wars and shit in the United States, the dominoes are starting to get stacked pretty fucking close together. And these people are just like, nope, there's no dominoes at all. Nope, it's all fake news. It's all bullshit. I
want to point out that the Russians didn't target black people to start a race war. No,
they didn't.
They targeted white people.
Well, they've also targeted.
Because guess who the fuck is afraid of brown people?
They also had fake Islamic accounts being manned by Russians to try to make people mad about the other brown people in this country. And they also were trying to push the whole CalExit thing that was going on. Remember when that was happening? That was another Russian push thing where they were trying to further divide the nation, you know. This is not bullshit stuff out there. This is not conspiracy theory. This is conspiracy.
It's actually happening. Yeah.
Yes,
this is
real conspiracy.
And they're still doing it. That's the fucking infuriating part.
Yeah, when I can go on Twitter.
It's not like they stopped. They're still doing it.
When I go on Twitter and I see that every fucking tweet after Trump says something is like bot after bot after bot.
After bot after bot. Yeah. Did you see the there was somebody caught one of the Antifa Twitters.
Oh yeah.
Posting from Russia. Yeah.
Yeah, the problem with that is that it's really easy to spoof Twitter when it comes to that kind of thing. And there's a lot of people out there that are like, oh, they were doing it just for fun. They're doing it to be this thing. It's like, look, man, it's like how we were talking before. I've never ironic myself into racism. It's like I've never ironic myself into pretending that I'm a anti-fascist group trying to act fascist, posting from Vladivostok, Russia. It's like, guys,
it's one of those,
Occam's razor kind of shit. It's like,
right. And I've heard that, well, it could have been using a VPN. Like, no, VPN doesn't change your geotag.
No. That would be a shitty VPN if it had a fucking geotag.
It would be a shitty VPN. And why would you even need to think you need to use a VPN if you don't go in and turn geotagging off?
Yeah.
That's an easy setting.
All right, let's let Rick say some more stuff.
Then we find out with Manafort at home in his bed, the FBI came and picked his lock and broke into his house with him in there to raid his house.
That's what they do.
There's all sorts of people.
So sad for him. Oh, was he a rich white guy who had to deal with legal consequences to his actions?
They picked his lock. They picked his lock and knocked nicely on his door to let him know that they were there.
I have known poor people who have had their goddamn glass sliding doors blown in because the SWAT team wasn't sure who did the shooting. 10 doors blown in. Lost their dogs. Were told to lay down in glass. Definitely got cut up. Oh, didn't Manafort have to be awoken in the middle of the night because he did illegal shit?
Or how about the house that the cops busted the door in on, threw a flashbang into the room that caused an infant to be set on fucking fire?
Oh, shit like that? Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah, and it was the wrong house, by the way.
Yeah, in the wrong house. But no, let's have Manafort.
Again, I'm shocked.
Yeah, but Manafort had to be woken up in the middle of the night because, the FBI was there. So sad.
Yeah, if that isn't Gestapo type tactics.
You do not know.
You do not know.
Fuck yourself. You have no... Oh.
Gestapo
you, sir,
style
do not
tactics
know of which you speak.
Are like executions in the streets or just disappearing people.
Yeah.
Usually one or the other. So, and if it's Gestapo tactics, does then that mean that the president is the one that had to order it? Because that's how the Gestapo worked.
That's how it works. Yeah.
Oh man, so it's amazing that he got this nice polite treatment. Meanwhile, other people in this country, mostly people of color, just get fucking harassed. Wrong house. Whoops, I'm sorry. Even in here in Salt Lake City, the one guy where the cop just walked up to the dude's property or like jumped a fence and shot his dog. It's like the dog was doing what the dog does. It's there to protect the homeowner and stuff. It's like, yeah, the dog was gonna attack me. Yeah, because you were jumping onto someone's fucking property without a warrant. What the fuck, man?
He was going through someone's yard. He had no reason to be in the person's backyard. They weren't even a suspect. Yeah. He just shot their dog because the dog was like, "What the fuck are you doing in my yard?"
Dog was like, bark.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's just that whole situation is just a whole bunch of additional bullshit.
Yeah.
Because the dog was apparently not even aggressive. It was, barking and coming to see the person who is now in his yard.
It's just amazing to me that Rick Joyner is literally defending treason.
But these are the good Americans. These are the patriots.
I mean, we're not really surprised. This is coming from Rick Joyner. We're not really surprised that he doesn't understand how these things work.
I'm fucking disgusted.
Yeah.
I'm fucking done. I'm done. I am done entertaining. Oh, you can't have a rational conversation. No, I can't fucking have a rational conversation with you,
not
assholes.
With this guy. No.
I am done.
Galaxy.